It's a thing that stops us from sharing our badass content. It's a thing that stops us from truly being ourselves. It's a thing that has us really just confused and overwhelmed and in analysis paralysis. Yes, people, it's comparison. I want to talk about that today. My name's Ruth Ellen, and I help spiritual businesswomen to be unapologetically visible using the S.H.E method so they can run soul-aligned businesses without the hustle or anxiety. So in today's video, we're talking about comparison. We're talking about comparing our story, our journey, our everything with somebody else. And I know that you're probably thinking, yeah, I know, we're not supposed to compare. We're not supposed to compare. We're not supposed to compare. You know it from a logical point of view, right? It doesn't actually do anything for you. It doesn't actually give you anything. It doesn't actually serve you. But we do it time and time again. Why? Because it's ingrained in us. From dot, we are born and we are compared from there. We're compared about how quickly we speak, how quickly we are trained to use the potty, and how quickly we are to get that first A or whatever grade it was at school. Comparisonitis is ingrained in our whole being, in our whole system, in our whole society. And so it's going to be kind of hard to get rid of it, right? It's going to be, from a logical point of view, if you just say, I will no longer compare, then it's not really going to work, because that's just not how our brain works. But what does work for us is us retraining our mind on a consistent basis, knowing that we are going to compare, but knowing that that's not our normal. It's just a temporary thing. And so I want to kind of share with you 3 tips that are going to help you based on, I guess, my own story and journey that's helped me too. So one of the things I want to talk about, one of the first tips actually, is when you are comparing, is it because you want that person's life? Just honestly answer that question. Like, you look at their life and you're thinking, do I want that life? And if that's true, you want their life, you want their everything, then I want you to kind of sit down and think, what exactly is missing in my own life? What's wrong with my own life? And start really looking at that, because normally what we're seeking outside of ourselves is something that we can truly find within if we just sit still enough. So that's the first thing. That's the first thing I did anyway. I saw somebody with something I wanted, and I was like, do I actually want that? And it wasn't that I wanted that, I just wasn't happy with what I had in the first place. And so, which comes on to the second thing, being grateful for what you do have. Being grateful for what you do have is a no-brainer, right? Being grateful for who you are, what you are bringing already to the table, and your unique gifts and the way you look at the world, your difference. And I know some people are like, oh, we're all the same. I don't buy it. I think the differences should be celebrated and not tolerated. We should be thinking of ourselves as this unique beings who just bring something unique to the table, and we don't have to be like everybody else. And when you are trying to compare and contrast, it's because you're using that part of the brain that thinks that we have to be like the same, and we don't. We can be uniquely, beautifully different, and just celebrate that, right? We can totally celebrate that, but we have to first of all appreciate what we have got already. Oftentimes we're looking for things outside of ourselves when we've got so much already, but we've forgotten about it. So that's the second thing. And the third thing, in order to stop this comparison bug from happening, is to actually just start to take small steps. Take daily small steps, take daily small actions towards what it is you do want. Knowing that you looked at what it is you're looking for, knowing that you saw that you're grateful for what you've got, knowing that you're going to now step into, okay, I'm going to take some more steps, small incremental steps to really look at the gaps and actually start working towards the gaps that I have. And gaps are gradually achieving progress, right? They're not necessarily, I've got this big, massive gap, I need to fill it, I've got this hole in my body, hole in my life. It's much more around, how am I gradually achieving progress? That's the gap you're working on. Because when you're gradually achieving progress, you're in that mindset of, I'm knowing that what I'm doing is actually moving towards my goal. What I'm doing is actually achieving something that I care about. They actually align with my core values. And so it's very, very crucial, in fact, in all of this, that you look at your core values, because whatever you're comparing with somebody else might not necessarily align with your core values. So just be very clear what your values are. Now, these are just some tips, some things that have helped me to stop comparing and start just to sharing. But there's so much more that I want to share with you, and I want you to be in the space to do that in my 5-day challenge that is coming up. All you have to do is click the link below this video or above, depending on what platform you're watching. What platform are you watching on? And I will be able to then guide you through my bot, which will then take you in its gentle hands and say, hey, thank you for joining. You're on the list. And when the group opens, you'll be the first to know. So all you have to do is click the link below and you'll be in this visibility challenge. This is who it's for though. This is for that woman that is ready to own her power. This is for the woman that's ready to say, I'm ready to step into that version of me that has always been there, but I'm not sure how. This is for that woman that obviously has a business and wants to be the person that represents themselves in the best light. It's not for those people that are still not quite sure. They're quite not sure like where they're going with this. Their messaging maybe needs work. And that's what they want to focus on, and they want to focus on content. This visibility challenge isn't about content. This visibility challenge is not about actually gaining new followers. This visibility challenge is different. It's different because it's more so about you and who you are, not about the outside world and the vanity metrics. It's about you, what you stand for, and actually being very owning that and wanting to explore that. And then sharing from that space, from that groundedness of, I'm really clear on my core values now. I'm really clear on my mission, my vision now. And being able to want that for themselves and for the people that they serve. So if that speaks to you, if that's something that you really want to have, to be able to show up in your business unapologetically, to have that soul line business, rather than a business that just feels a bit off, a business that kind of like, it speaks to you on one level, a little bit of your soul, but doesn't quite encapsulate who you are right now. So that's who this is for. So if that speaks to you, click the link below and we will be opening up the doors on the link. It will tell you the date because I don't remember it off by heart. Thank you for watching.